Welcome back to our channel, a space where we explore not just teachings, but the living reality of spiritual practice. Whether you've been with us for a while or you've just arrived, thank you for being here. Today we are going to look at a powerful misconception that many people carry for years, sometimes even for life. That is the belief that true spiritual practice can only happen in temples, monasteries, or retreats. That you must leave the world to find peace, that you must shave your head or move to the mountains to become awakened. But what if that's not true? What if the deepest form of awakening is not found in remote caves, but in crowded kitchens? What if the most profound meditative state is not the one you achieve sitting still on a cushion, but the one you carry into traffic, conversations, and conflict? What if your real temple is your workplace? What if your daily routine is your retreat? That's what we are going to explore today. Let's begin by addressing a myth that has haunted spiritual aspirants for centuries, that daily life is a distraction from enlightenment. Many ancient traditions, including Buddhism, have roots in monastica, so it's no surprise that people often associate real practice with silence, seclusion, and strict discipline. And there is tremendous value in that form of training, no doubt. But here's the truth: if your awakening only works in silence, it's not complete. Because real life is not silent. It's messy, it's unpredictable, it's full of traffic, toddlers, bills, illness, emails, heartbreakers, groceries, grief, and phone calls at 2 a.m. And if your spiritual path doesn't meet you in those places, what is it really for? Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman who longed to leave her city and become a nun. She felt constantly distracted by her job, her family, her obligations. She thought, if only I could go live in a monastery, then I'd finally find peace. One day, she visited a master and asked for advice. The master said, "Before you go, I want you to treat your home like a monastery. For 1 month, wake up early, light a candle, bow to the sunrise, do every chore with mindfulness, speak gently, eat with gratitude, work as if it's your offering." She agreed. A month passed. When she returned, she said, "I no longer want to leave. I found the monastery inside my own life." That's the teaching. Not that silence is wrong, but that awareness is transferable. The real training ground is not the temple. It's the chaos of everyday existence. Because it's easy to be calm in a quiet forest. It's harder to be compassionate in rush hour traffic. It's easy to feel spiritual when everyone around you is chanting. It's harder when your boss is yelling or your child is crying or your heart is breaking. But that's the point. Those are the places where the real alchemy happens. That's where you practice patience, not in theory, but in pressure. That's where you practice presence, not in ideal conditions, but in interruption. That's where you practice humility, not when you're praised, but when you're misunderstood. And every time you meet life with that kind of integrity, your ordinary day becomes sacred. Think about this. You don't need to escape your life to live a spiritual life. You just need to meet your life with a new kind of attention. When you wash dishes, do you resent the task or do you feel the warm water, the slipperiness of the soap, the transformation of mess into cleanliness? When you walk to your car, do you rush ahead in your mind or do you feel your feet on the ground, your breath moving, your heart still beating? When you speak, are you repeating old patterns or are you listening, pausing, responding with care? These small moments are the hidden gates to awakening. And the beauty of it is this: they're available all the time. You don't need to wait for a special teacher. You don't need to wait for a silent room. You don't need to wait for permission. Your life is the teaching. Your breath is the mantra. Your relationships are your sacred text. There's a reason why so many great masters returned to the world after enlightenment. because the point isn't to escape the world, it's to embody the truth within it. That's why one of the greatest teachings says, if you think enlightenment is somewhere else, you will never find it. If you think it is here and now, you've already begun. So what does this look like practically? It looks like infusing your morning routine with reverence. It looks like listening without preparing your response. It looks like choosing forgiveness even when it's hard. It looks like saying thank you for simple things. It looks like breathing deeply before reacting. It looks like turning your phone off and turning your attention on. It looks like knowing that the way you pour your tea, the way you answer the phone, the way you walk through your door, these are all sacred acts. And the more you treat them as such, the more your entire life begins to shine. That's what the ancient teachers meant when they said, chop wood, carry water. Not as a metaphor for mundane life, but as a revelation that the mundane is the path, that the sacred is not somewhere else, it's where you are. And that when you live this way, everything becomes a meditation. Sweeping the floor is no different from chanting. Paying your bills is no different from reciting prayers. Listening to a friend's sorrow is no different from listening to the Dharma. Because the form doesn't matter, the awareness does. So please, don't underestimate your life. Don't think you need to be someone else, somewhere else, living some other kind of life to be truly spiritual. You are already in the perfect training ground. Your challenges are your teachers. Your routine is your ritual. Your presence is your offering. And your awakening is not in the future, it's in your attention to this moment. So today, if you felt distant from your practice, come back. Not by changing your life, but by meeting it fully. Take one task, one breath, one interaction. Treat it like it matters. Because it does. It all does. And when you see it that way, you'll realize the temple was never outside you. It's you. It always was. Thank you for watching this video. If it reminded you that your life is not a distraction, but your deepest teaching, share it with someone who may need that reminder. Leave your stories, your thoughts, your insights in the comments. And if you'd like more of these real conversations, subscribe so we can keep walking this beautiful, ordinary, sacred path together. Until next time, may your moments be mindful, or actions be compassionate, and your daily life be the altar of your awakening.